The f is this guy doing? What's going on, guys? So today I'm going to be taking you through a full body strength workout, kettlebells only. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a fun one, and it's definitely going to be a sweaty one. The humidity is not breaking up here in New York, so there's going to be a lot of chalk in this one, and yeah, I'm excited for it. I haven't really worked out that much in the past few days, barely a week or so, because my back's been a little bit messed up, but today's the first day that I'm feeling pretty good, so I'm ready to get a legit full workout in for the first time in a little while, and I'm going to take you guys with me. But before we get started, let's go to the whiteboard and talk about it. All right, so for this one today, we're gonna be following basically my go-to structure when it comes to putting together not just kettlebell workouts, but strength workouts in general, full body strength, I should say. So we're gonna be starting off with our main lift. So today's gonna be a complex. So if I'm just using kettlebells, it's either a complex Turkish get up, clean and press, or snatch. So we've got the Cody complex today, which is named after my wife. So it's a great one, which is gonna be 5, this is a single kettlebell, 5 rows, 4 swings, 3 snatches. Gonna do anywhere from 5 to 6 sets. Kind of gonna play that one by ear, see how the back is feeling, and maybe just do a few more sets just so I have some lighter sets to use as my warm up a little bit. Then we're gonna be making our way into our accessory work. So our accessory work is structured like this in a full body way. So we have 3 exercises. They're gonna be done in a superset fashion. Exercises that don't really affect each other. So I tend to pick from 4 different categories: push, pull, legs, and core, kind of like how you would with just regular traditional training. So we've got some strict pressing, gorilla rows, and then pause goblet squats. I could easily take out these gorilla rows and do V-ups or something like that, whatever it is. Nice simple format for me. Again, gonna be going anywhere from 4 to 5 sets. Gonna see how the back holds up and quite frankly, how I'm feeling. And then who knows, maybe at the end we'll throw in a little bit of finisher, farmer's carries or something like that. Not really sure. We're gonna play by ear because I kind of play most of my workouts by ear and it tends to work for me. All right, let's get after it. Okay, Cody complex, set number 1. Here we go. Right into the other side. All right. One down. For anyone that might not know, both sides of the complex is 1 set. So that was 1 set right there. Again, gonna go anywhere from 5 to 6, kind of see how I'm feeling. See how the back's holding up. And yeah, that's about it. Going into the third, bump it up and wait a little bit. Things are feeling pretty good. When it comes to the complexes too, like I obviously have a ton of kettlebells in terms of like variation of weight. I could challenge myself with most complexes I've written out. So if you see something like this, like 5 rows, 4 swings, 3 snatches, the weights that you have aren't heavy enough to really challenge you on that, then feel free to bump the reps up. You know, it doesn't have to be gospel what's written down. Change the reps up. Maybe you got to do 8 rows, 6 swings, and 4 snatches. Like, that's fine. There are ways to go about it and ways to switch things up. If you have 2 kettlebells, you know, that are the same weight and you want to really make this a little spicier, if you don't have 1 that's heavy, you have 2 that are going to challenge you, do the same thing with 2 kettlebells, 5 rows, 4 swings, 3 snatches. That'll be an awesome complex. So switch things up. What I write out is what works best for me. I have a bunch of kettlebells I can challenge myself with. So just something to keep in mind. Set 3, here we go. Oh, almost did swings first. 1, 2. Again, right into the other side. All right, that's 3 down. We're feeling good. I'm probably gonna end up doing 6. Go up for, let's see, 4, 5, 6. Aim to get to the 88 for this one today. All right, it's officially too hot. Sure had to come off. Set number 6, we're up to 88, 40 kilos for my kettlebellers and European people out there, or non-American, I guess. All right, it's been a little while since I've done something like this, so here we go. Again, almost did the swings first. So, really focusing on using my legs, glutes, and hamstrings, and not just yanking my back, because if I do, I know it's gonna go. So sometimes an injury can be a good thing because it reminds you to do shit the right way. Okay, that's 6 sets of the Cody complex done. Happy I was able to finish with this. A few days ago, I couldn't really walk that well, so I'm proud of that. All right, those are done. Let's move on to our accessory work. All right, so yeah, now we're into our accessory work. So like I was saying before, this is gonna be done as a superset or in a circuit fashion. So I'm gonna do a set of 6 strict press on each arm, 8 gorilla rows on each arm, then into a set of Paul's goblet squats, and then I go back to the top and I do that for anywhere from 4 to 5 sets, depending on what I'm doing. I'm gonna show you the whole set right now just to kind of give you an idea of how I like to go about it, how I like to take my rest and plan things accordingly. I also personally, in a scenario like this, like to build up throughout my set. So my first set will be a little bit lighter, maybe second set is the same weight or a little bit higher, and so on. I go up throughout my sets. I just like to build up that way. It's not better than using the same weight for all of them. It's just different. Again, I have a bunch of kettlebells, so in different weights, so I can do that. You might be someone who only has a couple kettlebells and you got to use the same weight for all of your sets. That's totally fine. It's just what works for me, and I'll do different things at different times, but I just like to work up to a pretty heavy set from my last one, right? So 6 strict press each arm, making sure that my elbow is locked in nice and tight against my rib cage. I'm not pressing from out here. This isn't a dumbbell, it's a kettlebell. Got to keep it in nice and tight. 6 on each arm. Right into that other side. This is the bad shoulder. All right. Whew, okay. Might start a little heavier than I normally would for that, but I am feeling pretty good today. Okay, 8 gorilla rows on each arm. Keep a gorilla row. Something I tell people is, one arm is, you're not just rowing with the other arm here. We're not just here lazy. This left arm is punching in, this opposite arm is gonna punch into the ground as I row with the other side. It's kind of like a bow and arrow. You don't just pull here, you pull and push. So that's kind of the motion I want you to think about when doing these, all right? 8 of them on each arm. Good, okay. Paul's goblet squats. These fucking suck. I'm starting with the 70. Could probably go, I'll build up, but these suck so much. I don't want to blow my load on them. And I hate them. On these goblet squats, pinch these elbows tight, okay? Whole time. I'm gonna pause for 3 seconds in the bottom. 1, 2, 3, just like that. 1, 2, 3. One more. 2. Also, something to keep in mind with those is I'm not dropping in the bottom. I'm holding a little tension. I'm not just dropping down into the bottom. That can be a good stretch. But for this, I want to keep a little tension in the bottom of that squat. It's gonna be a really good way for me to open up my hips, gain some mobility. If you're someone who struggles with mobility, adding in pauses to the bottom of your squats is great. And this is why stuff like this can be great. My heart rate is through the roof. I don't have to do cardio. So I did those 3 exercises basically back to back, maybe took 20, 30 seconds in between each one. I'm now gonna take a minute to a minute and a half before getting into my second set. And that's how I tend to do things. 20, 30 seconds in between exercises, and then about a minute and a half before starting that next set. It's just like the way I go about it. I like to bang out the set and then take a second, get some water, play my increases, and so on, all right? We're gonna be hitting 5 sets of this. I'm feeling good today. All right, last set, set number 5. Before I go into this last set, something to keep in mind is, same thing as the complex. If you're someone who wants to try this workout and the weights that you have aren't challenging enough, feel free to switch things up to make it challenging. So maybe you do more reps, right? So instead of 6 strict press, you're gonna do 8. Instead of 8 gorilla rows, you're gonna do 10, whatever it is. Something like the pause goblet squats, you can do more reps, you can add a longer pause. Maybe sit down there for 5 seconds. Maybe you have 2 kettlebells and you can do your squats like that. There's so many different ways to switch things up. I know a lot of people don't have access to as many kettlebells as I do in terms of variety and weight, so make things work for you, all right? Last set, I did all my sets with the 62 on the strict press. I told you I started a little aggressive, but I'm gonna go up for this last one because I need to show off for you guys a little bit. Shit. Oh shit. Okay. Gorilla rows were ending with 80s, so 36 kilos. Again, remember that 1 arm punches, 1 arm pulls. Squats, last set. So here would be a perfect example. Ideally, I would be going up on this from this 88, 40 kilos. I'd be going up for my last set. But a couple things. One, I don't have anything heavier here. Normally I would use 2. So I'd probably use like 253s or 24 kilos. And the reason I'm not right now is just because I feel good. The first day, my back has felt great in a little while, so I'm just not being dumb. So I'm just pulling back a tiny bit, but normally that's what I would do right now, is grab those 2, or I would pause for 5 seconds instead of 3, right? But I'm gonna stick with my regular 6 reps, 3-second pause. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Last one, 5 seconds. Actually, I don't think that was the last one. One more rep. Maybe doing an extra. 2, 3, 4, 5. Whew. May have done 6 reps on that last one. May have done 7. I don't know. I'd rather finish, check the video, and find out I did 7 than find out I did 5. So, whatever, all right? I'm feeling good, so what I'm gonna do right now is put my Birkenstocks into sport mode, and we're gonna do some farmer's carry, just a couple sets. Let's go. Okay, so the Birkies are in sport mode. Gonna be doing some farmer's carries. I'm just going to the end of my driveway and back, It might take me 30 seconds. I don't know. So with farmers carries and other carries, I don't necessarily set a time. I just kind of pick a distance and go there and back. It's just the easiest way for me to do it. Now, if you don't have space that you can walk, what you'll do is just march in place. Then you'll set a time or a number of steps. But this will probably take me 30 seconds or so, something like that. So just keep that in mind as if you're giving this a shot, and maybe you're in your living room or it's cold as shit and you don't want to walk outside. Here we go. Whew. One down, baby. We're gonna do 3. Every single time I do these in my driveway, there's somebody in the street and they see me and I know they're just wondering, what the fuck is this guy doing? All right, guys, that's a wrap. That's all I got for you today. If you're interested in doing more workouts like this, where you're gonna gain functional strength, conditioning, and mobility, then go ahead and click the link in the description below so you can get 75% off your first 4 weeks of training. 40 minutes a day, 4 times a week is all you need, and you can do it from home, all right? I'll see you guys next time.